in relation to what happens.
Can we just concentrate on this, please, on the question? Every answer from you is like a history lesson on previous Conservative governments. Can we just talk about the budget that is in front of you today?
Tense moment in London Assembly as SADIQ KHAN refuses to answer key question. You're not going to believe what just happened in the London Assembly today. Because for a few tense minutes the room went completely silent. It wasn't a protest, it wasn't chaos, it was something even more powerful. The Mayor of London, SADIQ KHAN, facing a question he simply refused to answer. And that silence, it spoke volumes. It started like any other assembly session, the usual debates, formalities, and back and forths that Londoners are used to seeing. But then, one opposition member, clearly fed up, decided to press Khan on a topic that's been brewing for weeks. A question about the city's spending priorities and transparency over recent policy decisions. The question was direct. The tone was sharp. And the mayor wasn't having it. Instead of addressing it head-on, Khan pushed back, suggesting the question was politically motivated and not constructive. But the assembly member wasn't backing down. They repeated the question word for word. That's when the tension hit breaking point. Cameras caught every second of it, the pause, the glare, and the mayor's refusal to elaborate. He leaned back, adjusted his mic, and said, "I've already made my position clear, and I won't entertain grandstanding." A wave of murmurs spread across the chamber. Some members protested, others demanded an answer, and the chair had to step in, reminding both sides to maintain decorum. But as Khan continued to sidestep the issue, the chair finally made a decision. The discussion would be suspended until the mayor agreed to respond properly or move on. Effectively, Khan was excused from the floor, and that's when the clip started spreading online. Within hours, the video hit X, TikTok, and YouTube with captions like, "London Mayor refuses to answer crucial question sparks walkout moment." Comments flooded in. One user wrote, "This is exactly why people have lost trust in leadership, no one gives straight answers anymore." Another countered, "He's right to refuse a political trap question. The opposition always twists everything." No matter where you stood, one thing was clear: the moment struck a nerve. Because it wasn't just about that question. It was about something bigger. To understand the reaction, you have to look at the bigger picture. London right now is under intense pressure: rising costs, safety concerns, and ongoing debates over housing, policing, and transport. Every decision, every answer from City Hall carries political weight. SADIQ KHAN has long styled himself as a steady, progressive leader focused on fairness, equality, and modernizing London. But critics argue he's become increasingly defensive, especially when challenged on accountability. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. It's not the first time Khan has been accused of dodging questions, but rarely has it played out so publicly and so uncomfortably in front of live cameras. Sources close to the assembly say the tension didn't end when the cameras stopped rolling. One member reportedly said, "If the mayor can't handle questions here, how can Londoners trust him to handle the city's crises?" Another insider took a more measured tone. "Look, these sessions get heated. The mayor's not perfect, but some questions are designed to provoke. Still, refusing to answer isn't a good look." Political commentators jumped in too. A Sky News analyst noted, "Moments like these erode public confidence not because of what was asked, but because of how it was handled." Even among Khan's supporters, there's a quiet concern that this incident could reinforce a growing perception that the mayor's patience with criticism is wearing thin. Beyond politics, the public reaction tells a deeper story. People are tired. Tired of spin. Tired of polished, media-safe answers that sound rehearsed. They want authenticity even if it's messy. That's why clips like this go viral. Because they feel real. You see emotion, you see friction, you see something human even if it's uncomfortable. For many Londoners, it's not about whether Khan was right or wrong to refuse that question. It's about whether leaders still remember who they serve: the people watching at home, dealing with real problems every single day. Let's be honest, politicians avoid questions all the time. It's part of the game. But the optics of refusing in a public session, especially one broadcast across multiple platforms, changes everything. To some, it looks like control. To others, like defiance. But to most it just looks like disconnect. And that's the problem every leader faces now. In an age of instant clips and viral moments, one pause, one unanswered question can shape an entire narrative. So what do we really take from this? SADIQ Khan's silence in that moment didn't end the conversation, it amplified it. The opposition gained new energy. The media found a fresh headline. And the public, well, they got another reason to question what's happening behind the polished speeches. Will the mayor address the controversy in his next press briefing? Probably. Will it calm the storm? That's less certain. Because once a narrative like this takes hold, it's hard to shake. Sometimes it's not the shouting that makes noise, it's the silence. And in that London Assembly chamber, for just a few seconds, silence said it all. The question now isn't whether SADIQ Khan answered, it's whether he heard. Because if this moment is any sign of the mood across London right now, the frustration isn't going away anytime soon. And the real question remains. If this is how leaders handle scrutiny in public, how are they handling the hard truths behind closed doors?